Hi there, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Rich Clark, Guide to the Right Path. So this week I've been talking about motivation. So for part 3, I'm going to give you a case study and some ideas of what I've done with clients. So when I was talking about motivation, I was talking about the difference between intrinsic and extrinsic motivation and so forth. But what I'm going to do is explain with at least 30 clients between the ages of 30 and 42 years old are all presented with these motivation issues related to their work. And also we do get them from friendships and relationships, but they're slightly different. And this is where they cause families or causing tension. The lack of motivation was caused by a few factors. So we have to work that out. That do the family think someone's not intrinsically motivated? Are they only intrinsically, they want only the money and rewards, but don't want to help business? We have this with a lot of family businesses. However, I'm going to talk about a client called Ryan. He was a 34-year-old software developer struggling with motivation after a recent remote transition that had occurred many times during and after the COVID pandemic for clients. So very much when COVID was going on, I was working with a lot of people to help them with motivation, find out why they were struggling to work from home. Because some people love working from home. They didn't like being in office. They're introverts. So they didn't mind not being in office. But some people like external praise. They like the intrinsic motivation. So with Ryan, he showed symptoms of procrastination. This is when procrastination, they struggle to actually want to do anything. They struggle, they worry, they get distracted. And this decreased his productivity in his workplace. So through CBT, cognitive behavior therapy, and hypnotherapy methods, I identified that isolation was linked to a childhood problem. And this also led to his lack of structure were key factors. So what did I recommend for the treatment? So the treatment included setting the SMART goal. Now we talked about the SMART goal earlier, is that with the detailed plan of actions, we made things specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. And within that, we could work that out and give some parameters to Ryan to help him with that. Within that, the next one was the reframing and rescaling the motivation guidance into patterns of action activity. Again, very much a CBT technique, but also it works with hypnotherapy because you're working with the subconscious to help make the motivation part of the person. You're helping them have the intrinsic motivation. And then what we did to keep him accountable for his work is we set up schedules with a virtual accountability partnership set up with his work colleagues. So I spoke to 2 of his work colleagues, and they would, every so often, would check up on him that he's done certain work, he needed help, or he was struggling, or needed the motivation. And they are actually really good. So they also were very encouraging for him to do well because they know that his ability was there. So again, this is where we are talking to the competence side. So with this, the results of this was after 3 weeks, Ryan reported a 60% improvement in task completion and renewed career engagement. Also, the company he worked for also were very happy with what I had done. So within that, he also achieved so much, and the company then looked at from next time, if they ever had someone, they were highly recommended what I did to help their client. So within that, what program did I recommend? Well, that was the arcprogramme. And the arcprogramme, which is acceptance, revive, and create, is that Ryan found the anxiety twinned with motivation needed to be resolved for future. And seeing a future outcomes of progress was also important to improve his motivation issues. Ryan, because he is a software developer, is very visual. And also because his fixed mindset was he understood what was noughts and ones in a digital binary form or linear format, that helped him as well. So within that, if you have struggles with motivation or you are very much struggling from working from home, this is very much going to be a common place because they want people back in the office, but still people will be working from home some days of the week. And they are struggling with this. And this may be something in the future, more people work from home. If you are interested and want the help with that, please contact me on www.richclark.net and we can set up a discovery call, a free discovery call where we can find out your issues. And from there on, we can work out the first session you have, which will then hopefully you will notice a great improvement. And then from there on, we can work with a program, which I would recommend the ARC program for something like motivation. But however, you will find that out and work out what you want to do because everybody's so different. And within that, we can work out, and I help with you every week before a session, a few days before the session. We do a catch-up call, make sure you've been doing activities, make sure you're finding out different things to help you with whatever issues you want to resolve. So until next time, I shall speak to you soon.